Coming up, we'll take a look at a new art installation on our campus and learn about a special program bringing honors back to our town.
We'll also see how the foreign exchange program works and hear about how a sports program rallied around one of our coaches. I'm Ross May.
And I'm Eleanor Eichman. Welcome to Breaking the Leash.
Welcome back to this month's edition of Breaking the Leash. Thank you for joining us.
Fayetteville has long been a mecca for all types of artists in our state. And one thing that sets our town apart from others is the variety of opportunities available to everyone.
FHS TV reporter Garrett Harper takes us behind the scenes of a new art installation and how the city has collaborated with our district for this special event.
Fayetteville has long been the artistic hub of Northwest Arkansas, with ample examples all throughout town. But that artistic flair has made its way to FHS, with a mural being installed in our very own library.
I was contacted by Dr. Angela Laporte at the University of Arkansas, and initially it was going to be outside in an overpass off of Center Street, but we had a lot of back and forth with the city, and so she gave me a list of artists that I could work with as part of an arts-led curriculum that was meant to involve like different aspects of the city of Fayetteville. Then with that list of artists, one that I really, not even settled really, but was Leah Grant. After speaking to her and she came up with the prompt, "We take our story seriously," I was like, this is who I need to work with. This like perfectly kind of encapsulates, I think, what we need to work with.
This piece, I made it less about me, so I focused on gathering the students' artwork. They created original art pieces, and I collaged it and designed it in a way that I felt like had a good conversation with each other. Really, the inspiration was for the art students to take ownership of art here and make it more visible. Hopefully they enjoy the process and feel good about the work that they made. Hope they don't glance over it as something that's just like another art thing or a one-off kind of thing. It's supposed to be permanent and a reflection of the students and how they view Fayetteville.
I do galleries, just murals. This is my second mural for this school. I also did the Black History Month mural with another artist that's also working on this project, and Ms. Franks helped us with both of those.
Getting to interact with other people at our school who also were interested in doing the same things like art.
I'd never really been asked to do a big project like this before, so I thought, hey, I like Fayetteville, I like the high school. It would be really fun.
Really, I just love art, and I hope that other people take it more seriously and see how art is in everything that we do and how it affects the way we learn. If we don't have art on the walls in the building, even at a young age, then it can make learning not fun or important.
With any luck, this will be far from the last artwork we make our campus home to. With FHS TV, I'm Garrett Harper.
Thanks, Garrett. Again, be sure to go by the library after winter break to get a glimpse of this special attraction.
Many students on our campus rarely have to deal with serious life events, but that's just one thing the FHS football team dealt with this season.
With a strong start to the football season, tragic news struck the sidelines right before a game, leaving everyone in a search for answers.
Our own Ben Watson gives us a look at how students and coaches alike navigated this tumultuous news.
In late September, tragedy struck. Before a football game against Bentonville West, the Volarovich family received a call that would change the season.
The nurse from the school called me Friday at about noon and said she just wanted to check up on him. You know, she had seen him coughing in the hall a little bit and, you know, thought he maybe had looked a little anemic. He had been a little yellow and a little bit kind of bags under his eyes. And, you know, I'd never really thought anything about it. So I called my wife and she said, well, let me just take him to the doctor and get some medicine before this weekend. And, you know, we took him to the doctor and they ran some labs, and she called me about 5:30 on a Friday right before we were going out to the game and you know, obviously she was upset and said, hey, they think that Gavin has leukemia.
Yeah, I mean, like, it was definitely something that, like, we weren't expecting, and we didn't really know what was going on or the full details at first. All we really knew that Coach V wasn't going to be there for the game. Once we found out, we were all like, man, like, that really sucks for Gavin. Like, we feel really bad for him and, like, the whole family, and, like, we can't imagine what he's going through. And so we were just thinking, like, we got to play for him.
The community has been very helpful and has rallied around the team and Coach V in this tough situation.
All the parents and the families of the players, they've been great. You know, they've made it really, you know, as easy as it could be. Anything from just being supportive of us with great, you know, words of affirmation, or just, you know, meals for dinners and stuff with my kids.
We shine through, like, difficulties, and that's how we come closer. I mean, I'm driving down MLK and I see signs like "Play for Gavin," his son, and I think it's awesome bringing the community together, bringing our team together.
Even through this difficult event, Gavin has remained very strong and looks to make a speedy recovery.
He's handled it a lot better than I would have. You know, he's really positive. I mean, from day one, he's like, hey, I just have a little sickness and I'm gonna get over it and everything's gonna be back to normal. So his positive attitude and the way he's approached everything really helps us as a family get through it.
Being a coach's son, I have a really big, like, grasp on the football scene, and it seems like every game matters so much, but in the grand scheme of things, when someone's life is in danger, nothing really matters except to keep them healthy, keep them safe.
Thanks, Ben. What a great story. And our thoughts are with the entire Vlahovic family.
Many programs in our district aim to be the gold standard in the state of Arkansas, and today we are taking a look at one of those special programs.
The Woodland Junior High Yearbook Program is consistently named one of the best in the nation, and much of that praise is due to their advisor, Andrew Young.
Reporter Tate Barnes tells us more about Mr. Young and why this program is the top dog around the country.
Yearbooks play a big role in school spirit, and in Fayetteville, one of our schools stand out nationwide. Today we go behind the scenes with the Woodland Junior High Yearbook team to see the secret to their success.
We have a lot of really involved students, so whether that's athletics, a club, like robotics, yearbook, quiz bowl, those types of things. And so just a lot of involved students, and so we want to make sure we cover all of that in our book, and so I feel like we do a really good job of that, just to get that all in there.
I heard about yearbook here at Woodland from friends and family, and from the friends and family of other people I knew, and it really sounded interesting to me.
I think we have students that are willing to put in the time and the effort that's necessary to do something like this. You know, this isn't something that is just done at school. Like, we have to shoot ball games, we have to shoot choir concerts and band concerts, and we have work nights and we have work Saturdays. And so, you know, we're covering a lot of stuff, and to be able to do that, we have to they have to be bought in. And I feel like all my students have been bought in, so I think that's one of the reasons that's successful. And I think having editors that have been on the yearbook before for a whole year, and then they kind of know what the expectation is, and so they want to carry that on too.
Well, it was in 6th grade. I had some friends that said they were trying out, and so I was like, sure, I'll try out too. So I went through the process and I made it in, and I liked it in 7th grade.
Probably one of the top 5 yearbook programs in the country, and so getting to kind of showcase that and getting them to have, win awards on that level, and kind of carry that on through whatever they do in high school and whatever they do beyond. I think that has a big impact on them.
It's a really good experience, and the people that you meet and the stuff that you do is like, you can't do that in many other places.
Our advisor, I think he's very passionate about yearbook, and he helps us be the best we can.
And even if they don't carry on in journalism, either yearbook at the high school or broadcast at the high school or whatever, they've still learned how to talk to people, how to interact with authority figures and adults, how to design stuff, how to take great photos and stuff like that. So regardless of what they do beyond my class, they have something that they can carry with them.
What a great program.
Yeah, Mr. Young does a really good job. Thanks, Tate. Our final story covers the Foreign Exchange Student Program and how students can benefit from this.
We have had many students come from countries all over, and today we take a look at one interesting student.
FHS TV reporter Jocelyn Johnston gives us a behind-the-scenes look at this program and the impact these students can have on Fayetteville High School.
Foreign exchange students make a big impact here on campus, and today we'll take a closer look at the experience of one of those students. A new country is often intimidating for a person, but exchange student Laura Hausner feels just at home.
So I have a really nice host family, and they take really good care of me, and they showed me around in Fayetteville before I went to FHS. And also I have good friends here. They help me figure it out. And yeah, all the people are really nice.
With many diverse backgrounds here in America, the culture shock is very different here than in her home country of Germany.
There's a lot, I think, but mostly I would say the people here, because they're just so nice. And also that sports are huge. So like the Friday night football games, for example.
Ms. Hires is Laura's sociology teacher at FHS and says her academic aptitude hasn't skipped a beat.
Laura brings a really interesting perspective, particularly coming from Germany. And so when we looked at our education piece, we looked at schools in Germany. She was able to give us information about what her education was like there before she came here. In our political unit, we were able to talk about her experiences in Germany as well. So it's really cool in a class that you're dealing with perspectives to have different perspectives.
Hires also says Laura does a great job of being involved in her projects.
I mean, I have always seen FHS students be very embracing of the foreign exchange students. And I think that's like a timeless piece. But, just reaching out, offering to work with them in groups, and making sure that they have experiences with clubs and the social scene is a pretty great way to start.
With all of the experiences had, Hausner will have many stories to tell other exchange students.
Oh, they should definitely come here. And when I first figured out that I would come to Arkansas, I was like, wait, where is that? I've never heard of it, but it's a really good place. And also Fayetteville is amazing because it's not too small, but it's still not too big. So it's really nice to be here. You should definitely come here.
What a great experience for our students. With FHS TV, I'm Jocelyn Johnston.
That's a great story.
I know. Thanks, Jocelyn. That's all we have for this edition of Breaking the Leash. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at FHS TV-Fayetteville High for all new shows and live events.
And make sure to check out our Instagram at FHS Bulldog TV to stay up to date with all the news around the school and in the community. I'm Eleanor Eichman.
And I'm Ross May. We'll see you next time.